Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 4 of our Reid Sew Along. Today we're creating the sleeves and sewing them onto the shirts that we've created yesterday. So I will be doing, I'm doing three shirts. So I'll do the one that has the 3 color blocking because that includes basically all options. There's a short sleeve option that's solid, a long sleeve solid, and there's one that has 2 swooshes. So let's start with the one that has 3 color block pieces. So you should have a top part that has the arm side curvature. Then you should have a bottom part that has 1 notch and a flat edge at the bottom. And then you should have 2 little swooshes, and you don't need the waistband, and 2 little triangle swooshes. So this will mimic the style shirt we used. So your 2 triangle swooshes will have a point here, a notch at the top. So what you want to do is grab your sleeve and find the side that has the notch. So this is cut like sort of a V here at the bottom. So find the one with the notch and then place the swoosh with the notch right sides together, matching the notch. So we're going to put a clip here on the notch and then stitch with 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, so again this is the 3 color block style. And this should end with the other notch. So this is what it looks like. And I'm going to top stitch the seam allowance up. And again, remember these color blockings are curved, they're not straight, okay? So this is the sleeve, and now you want to take the bottom part that should look like this, and you want to match the notch that you find here. The straight edge goes on the bottom, so the notch on the angle side matched with the notch on the piece here, which coincidentally is also, or not so coincidentally, is also where the triangle swoosh ends. And of course you want to match them right sides together. Keep in mind that this pattern uses stretch fabric, okay? So you're stitching on either cotton lycra, French terry, some poly blends, whatever you chose, but it stretches. So when you have your color blocking done on a diagonal, like you have for this pattern, you not only have the stretch of the fabric itself, you also have the additional stretch of the bias cut. So make sure that you make a point to not stretch your fabric as you sew. And again, you see I have an excess corner here. That's okay, that's normal. It keeps the edges of the sleeves nice and flushed where the color blocking is. Same thing on the other side. See, there's a little corner here. So I'm going to stitch this down with 1/4 inch seam allowance, making sure that I follow the curve and not stretch the fabric. So this is what your sleeve will look like. Let me go ahead and top stitch this down towards the bottom part. and I'll show you what one of the sleeves look like. And of course I'll give it a good press. Oops, some threads have still. Okay, this is what the sleeve looks like. And of course we'll be pressing it. Let's repeat the same steps on the other sleeve. Again, top piece first, little swish second, matching the notches like so. And top stitch after each step. Okay. Make sure I keep the same direction of the top stitching, so I top stitch up. Okay. Okay. And then same thing, you take the bottom, you match the corner, pin in place, and then stitch without stretching. Like so, and top stitch down. Okay, your two sleeves are done. The 3 color block sleeves are done. I recommend giving them a good press. If you're doing the 2 swoosh color block sleeves, you're going to be having 2 pieces, obviously. A top piece, which for my shirt looks like this, for one of the shirts, that has the corner point here, and then a bottom piece that has the notch here. Again, we're going to match the notches, stitch and top stitch on both of them. There's also, like I said, an option in the pattern to have solid, like non-color block sleeves, long sleeves. There's also an option for short sleeves, which I'm actually doing for one of the shirts. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and top stitch it. Same thing on the other one. Again, matching the notches. Like I said on the first day, very important that you put those notches in your pattern when you cut it. You're going to go ahead and top stitch it. So this is the 2-piece sleeve. The long sleeves are finished with a cuff. I hacked this one to just have it, but on the regular one, this one, they're finished with a cuff, and we'll do that tomorrow on the last day. But for now, just give it a good press. If you're doing the short sleeve option, your sleeve is basically done. What I do ask for you to do before you stitch it onto the shirt, you're going to do a memory hem of 1 inch. So you're going to take it to your iron, press 1 inch like so, and do it on both sleeves. Okay, let me grab my main shirt, and I'll attach the sleeves to one of them and repeat the other 3 off camera because the procedure is exactly the same. So, you want to have your arm opening like so, right side up. Take one of your sleeves and find the center of the arm curve by folding it wrong sides together. So this is my center, okay? I'm going to mark that, and I'm going to match this with the shoulder seam. Okay, so we'll match this right here. And then I'm going to match the sides. You're going to be easing a convex curve into a concave one. So you want to be pinning this time, especially if you're a beginner. If you've done shirts, plenty of shirts with set-in sleeves, then you probably are like me and you're okay with not pinning all the way. But if you're a beginner, I highly encourage you to pin your sleeves. So match the center. You're not stretching a lot, you're stretching ever so slightly, just easing your sleeves into the arm side, like so. And you want to pin in place, and then you'll be stitching with 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. This is what your sleeve will look like attached to this arm opening. Beautiful. So you'll repeat the exact same thing on the other side. So you have your curve up. Then you're going to take your collar block sleeve and find the center of the arm curve at the top. Match that with the shoulder seam right here. So this is the shoulder seam. We're going to match that right here. First pin the shoulder seam, then I strongly encourage you to do this, pin the sides. Always, every time you do, regardless of the pattern you're using, even if it's a dolman shirt, always pin the shoulder seam and then the sides, and then ease the curves one into another. But start with the shoulder seam and the sides. Everything else will match beautifully afterwards if you do it this way. Okay. And this is your last step for today. So today we're just taking care of the sleeves. Tomorrow, on the last day, on day 5, we're going to sew the side seams. We're going to add the waistband and finish the sleeves with either cuffs or hem if you're doing the short sleeve option. Okay, let's stitch this down. today, you should have something like this at the end of today. So a shirt with sleeves sewn in but no side seams, like so. So give it a good press, snap a photo of your progress for today, post it in the day 4 photo comments. You'll find the Sew Along album in the Backstitch Backroom on Facebook. Links, as always, to everything that I'm using and all the groups that I'm mentioning are in the description of the video, so make sure you join that. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for the last day to finish our Reid shirts and brag. You've earned bragging rights. Talk to you soon. Bye.